Good morning, everybody. I'm Garry Morin, the Bowtie Guy. Welcome to the Bowtie Breakdown. I am here at Sierra Pacific Mortgage in North Providence with my friend Peter Nastasi. Morning, Pete. Peter is here today to tell us about a really cool program that they're offering here at Sierra Pacific called the Fast Track Program. And you're going to want to listen to what Pete's saying on this one because it is very cool. So, Pete, tell us a little bit about this new program you got.
Yeah, absolutely. So Fast Track is new to us. It's something that we've branded. The technology behind it is very exciting. It's definitely take us into the future of mortgage lending. So with this program, what we can do is with a conventional buyer who's not self-employed, so anybody who is working for a company that receives a W-2 and has been on the job for a minimum of 12 months.
Okay.
We have the ability to not require pay stubs, W-2s. We can basically electronically validate their income.
That is cool.
And their assets. So if we can validate that the borrowers, their income, credit, and they have their funds to close in the bank, their down payment and funds to close, and we can validate this, the whole process could take anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes.
Wow.
But what we give you is, so if you refer a client to us and you need a pre-approval, if we can validate these items, basically, you're going to get a mortgage commitment from us.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
In as little as 45 minutes. So this is exciting.
And
so
this is right in the beginning, right?
This is right off the bat.
Wow.
So we can sit down with that borrower, whether it's over the phone or live. We can do this process, and in 45 minutes, you're not just going to get a pre-approval letter. You're going to get a mortgage commitment. So the only thing that this will be subject to will be appraisal, of course.
Yep.
Title, and homeowners. Now, really what will blow your mind is if we get an appraisal waiver when we run this through the system, you basically just need title and homeowners, and we can close in,
couple
10
weeks.
to 14 days.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So that is really exciting. Now, is there like a minimum credit score the borrower needs for that program?
So basically this is a conventional loan, so you would need a 620 score.
Okay, not bad.
No, not bad at all. It's a very awesome and exciting product because it's taking that opportunity for agents like yourself to go to the seller, submit an offer that's almost like cash.
Yeah, I mean, having that commitment right off the bat is huge.
Yes, it's definitely going to separate your clients from the competition because not everybody has this program. This is very, very new.
So it's exclusive to Sierra Pacific right now?
Well, no, there are a couple of other lenders in the country that have it, but by far, we are one of the few that do have access to this program. So it's definitely something that we are trying to take advantage of on our clients' behalf. Because right now, with the limited inventory, we want our clients to win their bids.
Exactly, so and having that commitment up front puts them really in that position.
Yes, and what's been exciting is while we've been going through this launch over the last few months, we've had a couple of clients that have had the income waiver, the asset waiver, and an appraisal waiver. And we've been able to close these loans in as little as 2 weeks.
Wow,
that's
huge.
That's exciting. That's very exciting.
2 weeks. Now, you had mentioned assets and money in the bank. Is there like a certain reserve or amount that they need to have in the bank?
No, good question. So we are running these loans through Fannie and Freddie. So there's usually no, if it's an owner-occupied property, there's usually no asset reserve requirement.
Okay.
So basically what the system is looking for is, let's say they're buying a house for, $300,000 and they're putting down either 5% or 3%. The system is looking to see if they have that in the bank now. And if they're getting a closing cost credit from the seller, then that's going to do the calculations automatically. Okay. If they're not, we need to show that they have, either 3% or 5% plus funds to close. If that's in the bank, and we can validate that, even if it's with multiple banks, we can do that through the system, and you can get your asset waiver.
Oh, okay.
So the other side of this, what we can even do is, let's say we can only validate the income because let's say funds to close are coming from the sale of an existing home, or maybe they're getting a gift. In cases like that, what you'll get from us is you're going to get a commitment, but not a commitment, but you're going to get a letter from us, but it's not going to be subject to credit and income. So it's only going to be, say, subject to, appraisal, title, homeowners, and source of gift funds, or funds from sale of current home. So it's still going to be a very attractive offer because there's not going to be any surprises with their job. There's not going to be any surprises with their credit.
And they see where that extra money is coming from, the proceeds from that sale or whatever it is, where they're coming from. It's all a paper trail.
It's a paper trail, yeah. So it's great if you're representing the buyer and their selling a home.
Yep.
So you know you're in control of that transaction. You know, okay, you can say to the seller of their home they want to make an offer on that, yes, I'm representing them. Yes, their home is under contract, or we are just listing it now.
Yep.
And we can make sure when we write this up that it's a solid offer.
Everything is there.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. That is really cool. I have a couple of buyers in mind. I think I'm going to send you for that program. So what is the biggest benefit? I mean, obviously the 45-minute breakdown is huge, but what is the biggest benefit of a buyer using this program?
The biggest benefit is simplifies the process. So basically the borrower does not have to go running around looking for W-2s, pay stubs. They don't have to get us that information. They don't have to get us bank statements.
Yep.
If they need to, let's say they're selling a home and that money's going to go in the bank, we can electronically validate that. The borrower does not have to run around and chase paper, which is good. It makes our job easier.
Yes.
It makes the borrower's job easier. It's a better experience for the borrower from start to finish.
A lot of times that borrower has no clue how to find some of these documents.
That's correct. So we want to take that challenge out right in the beginning. And if we can do that up front, it gives them a much more pleasurable experience, because we all know that this process can be difficult if you're not organized, or if you just don't have that stuff handy. It can really drag out your offer. So we want to make this as quick as possible. The other benefit is, with the limited inventory, we want the client to win that bid. So if this separates them from the competition and it makes their bid look very strong, almost like a cash buyer, that's what we want. We want our buyers to be able to get the house they're looking to buy.
Awesome. And I can say, being on the listing side of things, if I have an offer that comes through and it's basically already got a commitment 45 minutes in, I know that offer is going to stand out way more than some of the other ones.
Yes.
Obviously, cash and all the terms would come into play, but if I get an offer on the listing side and I have Sierra Pacific Mortgage and it's that type of a mortgage, I know that buyer is rock solid.
Yeah, and it's very different too than even having a borrower who has been pre-underwritten. So a lot of times we could underwrite what's called a TBD application, where we get a borrower that comes to us, they supply all their documents, we pre-underwrite them, so now the only thing they have to do is find a property. That process could take a week or two, depending on how quickly the borrower can get their documents to us. With this, you literally could bring a borrower in, we could sit down, and in 45 minutes you'll have it.
And be ready to roll.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very different product and very different program.
I'm excited. Like I said, I can't wait to kind of experience that with either the seller or the buyer on that. So if you're looking to buy and you're interested in one of these programs that Peter just mentioned, make sure you contact him today, Sierra Pacific Mortgage out here in North Providence. I'm Garry Morin. That was another Bowtie Breakdown. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.